Hello everyone. So today I wanted to do a little drugstore slash affordable starter kit. Basically everything that I've picked out you can find at Ulta. I know that's not technically drugstore, but I do give a lot of options so that if you are just specifically going into a drugstore, CVS, Walgreens, even into your local grocery store, you should be able to find the majority of these products. And then if you want to find all of them, you can go to Ulta and find those there. I think that this would just be a really fun video because when I was first starting out in makeup, I literally had no idea what to get, what to use, you know, what my skin concerns were, what foundations would work for that, what primer even was. I just was lost and had no idea where to even begin. So I wanted to go through these products to give you an idea of some good starter things for beginners, some things that I personally love and I use in my everyday routine. I thought this would just be hopefully helpful to any of you who are just starting out in makeup and you kind of want to build yourself a little starter kit. Here are the products that I absolutely love and that I think are worth checking out. So without further ado, if you guys are new, hey, my name's Liz. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Also ring your notification bell so you guys are notified for all my future videos. And if you guys want to see my drugstore affordable starter kit, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm kind of gonna go in the order that I do my makeup-ish. So I'm gonna start with my face. So where I would start is primer. So for me personally, I have really dry skin and I like very radiant, glowy primer. So two things I would recommend. This is the E.L.F. Glow Lotion or the L'Oreal Magic Lumi. The L'Oreal Magic Lumi is a white base and when you put it on, it just makes your face very, very glowy. And it's definitely more intense than the E.L.F. Glow Lotion. So if you're wanting something to just add a little bit of glow to your look, make you look hydrated, I would say, definitely go for the E.L.F. Glow Lotion. Plus it's super, super affordable. If you don't have dry skin, I don't have it here with me, but I have used it in the past and I did really, really like it. It's the NYX Angel Veil Primer. I'll put a little picture on the screen right here of it, but it is definitely a smoothing, more pore filling primer, and I do really like that one as well. So if you're more oily, I would recommend the NYX Angel Veil Primer and probably not use the dewy or glowy one. For some foundations, there's some that are my tried and trues, and I would highly recommend these. In fact, these are some of the first foundations that I purchased when I was first getting into makeup and starting makeup, and this is what I found. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte and the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I like these both. Like I said, I do have dry skin and they both work great on me. I don't find that the matte one emphasizes any texture or dry patches or anything like that. For my skin, I just think that they're both really great. I've gone through several of these. So if you're looking for any foundations, no matter your skin type, both of these work fantastic on me and I love them both. They are more of a medium coverage. You do kind of have to build them up a little bit if you're wanting a very full coverage look. Me personally, I like very light coverage foundations, so these work perfect for me. Now, if you're wanting something super, super full coverage, very matte, I would definitely go for the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. Even though I have super dry skin, I actually really, really like this. I do have to make sure that I go in with a moisturizer before I put on this foundation, but it just makes my skin look very seamless and flawless and smooth. So this is one that I really, really like, even though I have the dry skin. If you have oily skin, definitely try this one. I just like it. I like it a lot. For concealer, if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I absolutely love the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is like my holy grail concealer. I purchased this over and over and over again. This one is just, I don't know, it's just very hydrating and I can put it all over my face on my no makeup days. I'll honestly just take this, put it underneath my eyes and on top of my eyes, and then I'll do a couple stripes across my cheek, my chin, and my forehead, and I'll blend it all in and just use this as my foundation, and my skin looks great every single time. This is like a foolproof product of having good looking skin. The only downfall is the little applicator. It's not the best, but I do love this product. The other one is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. To go along with the foundation, this concealer also is really, really good. I have used this as foundation before underneath my eyes, couple swipes on my cheek when I am looking for a more seamless, very smooth foundation look or very full coverage under eyes. I will go in with this one. Again, even though I have dry skin, I really, really like this. I would highly recommend it, especially if you're looking for a more full coverage look. Now, my all-time favorite setting powder is the Maybelline Fit Me. I use this every single time I do my makeup because this is just the best in my opinion. It is a loose setting powder. So it does look like this inside. So it can get a little bit messy if you're not careful, but this really is like the best setting powder at the drugstore in my opinion. You can take some of this on a sponge and dab it underneath your eyes, and your under eyes just look so smooth and flawless after using this. It doesn't emphasize any of my dry patches. It doesn't make me look cakey. I really like it. My favorite bronzer at the drugstore, definitely no surprise here, is going to be the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I've been loving this for years. It's just very natural finish. It's not too orange, it's not too cool or muddy. So when you put it on, it just glides over the rest of your foundation. It doesn't mess up the foundation or powder that you put on before. It just blends really, really well into the rest of the skin. Plus it smells really, really good. So that's a bonus. Like I said, this is just kind of like that perfect tone, that perfect color, especially for my skin tone. I am super fair. This one's just in the shade bronzer. It's the original one. If you're looking for a good drugstore bronzer, this is definitely one that I would go for. Something to contour with. I don't think that this brand is sold in the drugstores, but it is sold at Ulta, and this is the Catrice Prime and Fine Contouring Palette. This contour shade is my favorite contour powder ever. It's just got that perfect cool undertone to really create a shadow on your cheekbones or on your nose or anywhere else that you're going to contour with. I just take a little bit of it and put it underneath my cheekbones and blend it in, and it just looks great every single time. It gives me a more sculpted look. So, and plus Catrice is super, super affordable. So if you're looking for something to contour with, definitely go to Ulta and check this one out. Some blushes that I really, really love. You can get some of the products by this brand on Ulta, but they're mostly just online, and it's the Colourpop brand. This brand is probably my absolute favorite brand. I don't think that there's any brand that I like more, you know, that I get more excited other than this brand. Anytime that they have a new release, I just get really excited about the stuff that they're making, and it's for a good reason, because the majority of their products are like perfect, amazing, super beginner friendly, super easy to work with, and they're all really pretty and cute. So I have this little palette right here just of some blushes, highlights, and bronzers. This is actually a Makeup Geek one, but these two are blushes from Colourpop, and I absolutely love them. They're super pretty. You got more of your pinky toned one, and then you got kind of that mauve cooler tone color, and I just love them. They're really, really easy to work with. They're not extremely pigmented, so you're not going to dip your brush in and go on your cheeks and look like a clown. They're definitely ones that you want to build up, and so I feel like for beginners that's really important, because not everybody knows how to put blush on. Believe it or not, I'm one of those people who a couple years ago had no idea what I was doing with blush. So I think that the Colourpop ones are definitely beginner friendly and easy to use. If you don't want to go online though and buy those, one other ones that I really like are from E.L.F. This is the Mellow Mauve. I've been using this for a really long time. People say that this is a dupe for the NARS Orgasm Blush, and I can definitely attest to that. This is super, super similar to it, and it is really pretty. It does have a little bit of sparkles and sheen to it. The E.L.F. formula for their brushes overall, I feel like are really, really good. Again, not super pigmented where you're gonna get a whole bunch of color in just one tap. It is something that you wanna build up a little bit if you're looking for an intense color. So beginner friendly in my opinion. These products are some of my all-time favorite. I absolutely love highlight. I have a lot of them. Eyeshadows and highlight are like my thing. Those are the things I love purchasing the most. So I got a couple different options for you depending on the kind of glowiness that you want. If you're wanting something that's a little bit more natural, I definitely go for the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. This is definitely a very natural highlight, nothing that's too crazy or shimmery and shiny. It's just one of my favorite all natural highlights. I'll put this one on first and kind of dust it everywhere on my face, on my cheeks, my eyebrows, my nose, my chin, anywhere where I kind of want that just little like glowy from within look. And then on top of it, I'll go in with something a little bit more if I want to. One that I absolutely freaking love is the Pixi Glowy Gossamer Duo. This is in Subtle Sunrise, and this shade right here is amazing. It is just super glowy. If you're looking for something to really give a pop to your skin, it's what I'm wearing at the tops of my cheekbones right now. And I just think that it's the most gorgeous, like little pop of glowiness, something a little extra, little oomph to my highlight. This is definitely what I'll go for. Okay, so I haven't tried a whole lot of setting. Well, I have tried several setting sprays. In fact, I got a bunch right there. But as far as drugstore setting sprays go, I don't have any that are my absolute favorite. So I would say if you're looking for a good setting spray, head on over to Ulta and pick up the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This isn't super cheap by any means. I think it's like $16 right now because I just ordered another one because this one is almost gone. I'm going on like my third can of one of these. But there's a reason, because it's so finely sprayed, if that makes sense. It's just a good mist. So you can hold it down. It's like an aerosol can. You're not going to get those spurts of setting spray on your face. It's going to ruin your makeup. And when I find that my skin is looking a little bit dry with the foundation that I use, if I go in with this right after I've put on my foundation and concealer, I'll spray this on my face, kind of blend it in with my sponge, and then I'll go in with my powder after that and then spray again. It just makes my skin look very refreshed and everything melts in together really nicely. So if you're looking for a good setting spray, I would definitely check this out. Okay, so now for some eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes. Definitely depends on what you're looking for, whether that's single eyeshadows and you want to build your own palette, or if you're looking just for eyeshadow palettes in general. So I'm going to start off with some that you can find basically everywhere. These are from E.L.F. This one is the Summer Breeze palette, and this one is the Sunset palette. I love E.L.F.'s formula. They're really nice. They're really creamy, super easy to use, and very blendable. So even if you aren't an expert at makeup, if you're just a beginner, these are pretty much foolproof. You're going to be able to use them really easy. E.L.F. matte palettes are definitely raved about in the beauty community, and there's a reason why. And this particular palette has some shimmers in it that I think are really pretty as well, and they're pretty pigmented, and I just really like them. So any of the Mad for Matte palettes, I definitely recommend. The Sunset palette with the shimmers in it, I think are super pretty, and I believe these are like $10. Really affordable. Another palette that I absolutely love, but again, you can't get it at the drugstore. You'll have to go into Ulta to get these or buy them online. This is the BH Cosmetics Nouveau Neutrals palette, and it does have blushes inside here as well. But this is what it looks like. If you're looking for a warm toned palette, get a little blushes on in there, I would definitely go for this one. I did a tutorial and review on this on my channel. I'll link it down below if you want to see how it works and see me play with it a little bit. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. The pigmentation is really pretty. The shimmers are gorgeous. This one right here is my absolute favorite. They just shine and are shimmery and pretty, and I really like them. So if you're looking for a good goldy, orangey kind of palette, this is definitely one that I would go for. Okay, so if you're wanting to build an eyeshadow palette, of course, you probably know what I'm gonna say, is the Colourpop Single Shadows. They are my absolute favorite. I just love their single shadows. Colourpop shadows in general are so easy to work with. They're super blendable. I hardly I mean, I can't think off the top of my head any of the shades that are patchy and wouldn't blend. They're just really easy shadows to work with. So on a day where I'm running out the door and I have to throw something on really quick, these are what I'm grabbing for every single time, because I know without a doubt these are gonna work on my eyes easy and fast, and I'm gonna have a pretty look in like 2 seconds. This is what I'll reach for. They're just amazing. They're super buttery to the touch. I just love them so much. So these are all my matte shades. And then I have a little palette with all of my metallic shades. I'm wearing snake eyes all over my lid right now. And like I said, their metallics just feel super, super nice. They're super buttery, super pigmented too. The nice thing about these is that they not only work super well with your finger, but they also work really well with a dry brush. There's not a lot of metallic shades that work super well with dry brushes, but these I can just pick up and put it all over, and they don't have a lot of fallout to them, and it just makes them a whole lot easier to use. So if you're wanting to build your own palettes and put your own shades in them, Colourpop singles are definitely the way to go. So moving on to eyeliner, the only real eyeliner that I found at the drugstore that I really like, that I've continuously bought over and over again, is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster. This is just like a brush tipped eyeliner. I don't go for kohl eyeliners very often. From the drugstore at least, I haven't found any that I really like. So if you know of any good kohl eyeliners from the drugstore, definitely let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to find one. Typically what I'll do with my eyeliner though is find a black eyeshadow. I'll take a flat definer brush and just press it up against my lash line, and that's usually what I'll do for eyeliner. But then I will go in with the eye booster and line the tops of my lashes with it. And I definitely like this. It's super, super easy to use. It's not super liquidy. You're not going to create a big mess with it or anything like that. So if you're looking for a good liquid liner, this is definitely one I would recommend. So in my opinion, the best drugstore mascara there is the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. I've repurchased this over and over and over again, and I'll reach for this over any of my high-end mascaras because this just does a good job every single time. It doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge, and it makes my lashes super voluminous. I feel like it does a really good job of separating my lashes and not getting clumpy. It just creates the appearance of very full lashes than what you typically have. I don't have very full lashes, but when I use this, I feel like my eyelashes look a tons better. I just haven't found anything that tops this. I really think that this is by far the best drugstore mascara there is. Okay, so moving on to some brow products. I haven't tried a whole lot of drugstore brow products, but one that I have used and I continue to purchase over and over again is the Essence Make Me Brow. If you're wanting something just a little bit more natural, if you haven't used a pencil yet, or you're intimidated by doing your brows with a pencil or a powder or anything like that, you want something a little bit more easy and to just add a little bit of color volume to your brows, I would definitely go with this. This does have little fibers in there, so when you brush it through, the fibers are coming off in your brows, and then there's a tint to it as well. So I will go in with just this on my more natural looking days. When I'm just throwing on some mascara, I'll throw some of this on, and it just gives a more cleaned up brow appearance, and it takes like 2 seconds, so I'm not spending forever on my brows. So even when I do use a pencil, I still go in with this on top. It sets my brows in place, adds color, and adds fibers. So this is like one of my holy grail products. And then finally onto lips. So a couple of lipstick options that I really, really like. Any of the Maybelline lipsticks. Maybelline just makes really, really good lipsticks. I don't know what it is, but their lipsticks are amazing. So this one is the 050 Baddest Beige. This one is actually a shinier lipstick. It's not a matte or anything like that. It does have a glossy, shiny finish to it, and I really, really like it. I'll go in with any other kind of lipstick or a lip liner, and then I'll throw this on top of it, and it just gives me a really nice shiny look. And the color is really pretty too, but honestly, any of Maybelline's lipsticks are super great. One matte lipstick that I would really recommend, this is the Milani Naked lipstick. This is one that has been a tried and true for me for a really long time. and I just love the color of it. It's super creamy. Milani's lipsticks stay in place for a really long time. They don't fade away in a gross, nasty way or anything like that. I feel like they fade away really nice and naturally, if that makes sense. But the Naked one has definitely been one of my all-time go-tos. And then if you're looking at Colourpop, I really like Colourpop's lipsticks as well. These are the Luxe lips, and this one specifically is the Disney one, Ariel, and I really like this one as well. Super creamy. They stay on really, really well. They don't budge. They don't bleed or anything like that. So like I said, that one's the Ariel one, and I just really like Colourpop lipsticks. I have several of them here in my everyday makeup drawer just because they're a go-to. They're ones that I know that are gonna look good and go for them every time. Some lip glosses that I want to recommend. The NYX Butter Glosses are so amazing. These are the kind of glosses that even if you have super chapped lips like I do, they don't emphasize any of that dry skin or chappiness. If you know what I mean. They just make your lips look super shiny and plump, and I really like them. These are probably one of my absolute all-time favorite lip glosses, just in general, drugstore, high-end, whatever. I love these ones. And then the other ones, again, are from Colourpop. This is the Colourpop Moonchild gloss. I really like Colourpop's gloss formula as well. They have a really good tint to them. It's not just gloss, but they actually have a good pigmentation of color in their glosses as well. So you're gonna get a wash of color and that super shiny goodness that's not sticky. It doesn't get nasty and stringy or anything. So Colourpop lip glosses are what I would also recommend. Okay, you guys, that is it. That is my drugstore affordable starter kit. If you're looking to get into makeup and you're wondering what to buy, these are the ones that I would absolutely recommend within a heartbeat. They're my absolute tried and true favorite products from the drugstore. I hope that this gave you a good variety based on skin concerns or based on what kind of makeup you like, natural or very glam. Hopefully that helped you out and gave you some good ideas. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite drugstore makeup products are. I want to know. Or if you are looking for anything specific and you're just starting out in makeup and you need some ideas, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to help you where I can. I'm definitely not an expert, but I'd like to think I know a good amount of stuff about makeup. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Definitely subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time. Bye.